If you were trying to get a sense of the passions, the hopes, the beliefs, the dreams, the struggles of African Americans today, I think the writers would be, number one for me, Bell Hooks. I think that Bell Hooks is probably the most prolific voice of our time. Many ways sometimes marginalizing, nor because she's an African American woman. I mean, she's written more than most of our men scholars. Brilliant mind. I think that her whole body of work speaks to the very soul of our people. I think then, of course, secondly, I would have to bring up, of course, Cornel West and Eddie Glaude would be three that would come off the top of my head thinking about those as far as those voices that one would hear. When you think about artists, I think the artists that are really the revolutionary voices of our time. They're younger, they're more hip hop. I think of Talib Kweli, I think of Mos Def, I think of Nas, I think of Kanye West. If you would listen to Kanye West, I think even there's some things Lil Wayne's doing that are socially conscious. I think, too, Spike Lee still has a voice. I think what Spike Lee has done in his documentary work, Spike Lee has switched. I really think he was a documentary filmmaker when he made some other things. I think in many ways when he did Do the Right Thing. But now we look what I'm doing as far as his documentary work. I think Spike is still speaking to us loud and clear. I think the loudest voice for me that I'm listening to more than any is Talib Kweli. I think he's our brightest young mind as a theologian, as a rapper and social critic. Of course, he's a good friend of Mos Def, who speaks as well. But I think Talib Kweli is probably the loudest voice. I think his album Eardrum was a critical voice. I mean, in the album Eardrum, he starts off by critiquing the church. He said, it's as if God passed the church and came directly to me. In essence, he's going past the church and he's critiquing. He said, I didn't see them as the Baptist or the Catholic Church. They were all seemed the same to me. So he's critiquing. When I saw him at the Nokia Center here, Nokia Live, a month ago, he comes out with his first song, Raising Hell, which is actually a critique of the African American church.